Father's Day blockbuster, the Orlando Magic trade a lot of assets to get Desmond Bane to be their fourth best player. As you can tell, I don't like the trade very much, so here's my instant reaction. But first of all, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And I'd love to say I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed in the Orlando Magic, but I'm actually mad. This is a team that has been following the Ten Commandments as well as anybody. They've kept their cap sheet clean. They have all their draft picks. They've made opportunistic trades. This was not one of them. They were a team that was as well suited as anybody to make a superstar trade when that superstar became available. I predicted that they would make a Giannis trade, or at least I liked Orlando as a destination for Giannis because they're a team right there on the cusp of contending. So if you're a superstar looking to go elsewhere, Orlando was as good a spot as any in the East. All the superstars are angling, at least the ones that are looking to switch teams. The East is a far more attractive place to be traded to right now than the West, which is too crowded. And they just cashed in their big superstar trade package that they had, which was a very tradable KCP contract. I mean, this goes to show you why it's important to add contracts like that to your cap sheet so that you can make a big trade. Plus Cole Anthony, a very good player off the bench, a sixth man type of potential player. And 4 first rounders and 1 swap for Desmond Bane. This is a package that should be reserved for an all-star, all-NBA caliber player. And that's not to say anything negative about Desmond Bane. He's a very, very good player. He's a high-end starter. He's a third best player material, third or fourth best player. He will not make an all-star team. He will not make an all-NBA team. He's overpaid for being your third best player. The cap integrity scale has that at somewhere around $30 million. I think Aaron Gordon's the best example of someone who's a third best player that's appropriately paid, right at around $30 million. And he is at 40, 42 million. Now they have Jalen Suggs' contract decreasing over time as Bane's increases, so it doesn't hurt the Magic as much as it would other teams. But nonetheless, they may run into some cap issues down the line when Paolo gets his 50 million or 40 million plus max extension. They just now have backed themselves into a corner just to acquire Desmond Bane in a win-now move, pushing all of their trade chips into the table. They've limited their trade flexibility by trading picks in multiple years down the line where they won't be able to trade the picks around those. They'll only be able to offer swaps. And so they've limited their ability to make moves around the perimeter of this roster. I think they were well suited to make a big move. This wasn't it. And the other thing that this reminds me of is the peril in trading for assets that teams aren't looking to move. I think the Magic should have waited until a star clearly wanted out, similar to what we just saw with De'Aaron Fox and the Spurs. The Spurs gave up less to get De'Aaron Fox than the Magic gave up to get Desmond Bane. And it was just too much. 4 firsts is too much, and one of them is the 16th pick in this draft. That's a good pick. The Grizzlies are going to get a good player there. The Grizzlies are good at drafting. They keep drafting good young rotation players, so I expect that to continue. They're going to get a pick next year, either Phoenix's or Washington's, whichever pick is less favorable. It's more than likely going to be Phoenix's. Phoenix probably won't make the play-in again, so that's going to be pick number 10. That's where their pick landed this year. So you're talking a number 10 overall pick next year, 16 this year, and then 2 more plus a swap. That's too much. I'm sorry. That's just too much if you're Orlando. And you buy an asset that a team doesn't want to sell, and so you have to overpay. I'm not okay overpaying in a trade when Orlando was the 4th to 6th best team in the East before the trade, and after the trade, they're still the 4th to 6th best team in the East. It doesn't change their fortunes enough to validate or to justify giving up as much as they did. They've surrendered cap flexibility. Their cap hierarchy is now threatened. They limit their options going forward. I don't like it. Now for Memphis, excellent, excellent trade for Memphis. Because as I said about Orlando's fortunes not changing, same goes for Memphis. Memphis was somewhere in the 6, 7, 8, 9 range in the West, and they're still there after this trade. KCP is going to give them a lot of what Desmond Bane did, and this also underscores my principle that I said in the Ten Commandments video. Sometimes you can trade a player that's objectively better for another single player or collection of players and essentially end up with a roster of the same or comparable strength. And I think that's what the Grizzlies saw here with this opportunity. They get 6th man in Cole Anthony to back up their injury-prone point guard. And Cole Anthony's a good asset. He's still in his prime. I don't know exactly how old he is, but I'd imagine he's like 26 or so on a good contract. And then KCP's contract is ending soon and makes a lot less than Bane did. Championship caliber rotation player. And now the Grizzlies are going to reevaluate what they need from a number 3, but they have a lot of good players on this team. They're going to be just as good next year as they were this year, and they collected a lot of draft assets and a lot of flexibility going forward. They've given themselves an excellent opportunity to retool around their top 2 guys, who are both all NBA caliber players. Excellent, excellent trade from the Grizzlies. Well done. And I think this trade went down now because the Grizzlies are potentially interested in taking the 16th pick, the 16th overall pick, maybe packaging it with another player to see what they can get. I wouldn't be surprised to see Brandon Clark or something like that with another young player plus the number 16 pick. We'll see what they do. Maybe they have another trade ready to go for a third option on this team to replace what they lost with Bane. But again, KCP's a good starter for them, and replaces a lot of what Bane gave them, just at a lower level, obviously. But excellent trade. They had previously given up their first rounder to Washington. They now buy themselves back into this first round, into the middle of the first round. Great job by them. So, yeah, bad job, Orlando. I'm so disappointed in you. This just goes to show you how fragile a rebuild can be. You can make a big move like this and basically create a situation that you're going to have to undo a couple years from now, and you've limited your ability to add to this team going forward. I'm sure they gave themselves plenty of reasons why it was okay to give up all these picks. This team has a lot of youth. The East, with Boston dropping out of the picture and Cleveland and New York looking a bit vulnerable. I think these teams saw Indiana make a finals run and thought, well, we can do that next year. There needs to be a sense of urgency here. But this isn't urgency. This is desperation. And I thought Orlando was smarter than that. It's such a shame. But we'll see how it works out. But Orlando was one of my favorite superstar destinations, and now it no longer is in the picture for the next superstar that becomes available. Plus, I think what they really need is a dynamic scoring guard, and they're still missing that. This is still a shaky offensive team. So not only did you give up a lot of assets, but I don't think you addressed your core weakness. So, bad trade.